to week 16. So this week my symptoms have been sort of all over the place. Some days I really don't have much of anything, and some days I still have the same old morning sickness, blah 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 type stuff that I've had for the last couple of weeks or months or something. But it's really, really nice that at least some days I feel pretty good. So hopefully it only gets better from here on out. I haven't been sleeping that well still, but that comes with the territory. I knew that was coming. And my belly is looking, I swear it's looking smaller than last week. Maybe, I don't know what is going on. But I did have my appointment yesterday with my midwife, who was great as usual. Yeah, and she said everything looked normal. We heard the heartbeat, but it was so funny because the baby was moving around so much that we could only hear it for a few seconds at a time. So that's really exciting to me. It makes me feel like it's probably pretty healthy and energetic in there, and it's kind of nice to know that even though I frequently feel so tired, I'm growing something that's probably healthy in my uterus. I don't know why, but it's just really reassuring, and it just feels really good to get that sort of confirmation. So we set up our ultrasound, which Alan and I are both going to be at, and I was so excited. This is our ultrasound so that we can tell the sex, and it's the one where they're really, really thorough at looking at the fetus, and you get to look at the screen for a long time and all that good stuff. So that's going to be on November 20th, and yeah, I cannot wait for that one. We're definitely going to find out whether it's a boy or a girl, and then that's a Tuesday that happens on. So that weekend we're gonna go out and get lunch and do some baby shopping and just really get excited about this, because I've kind of been putting off getting excited and buying pretty much anything. Like, we have some stuff that will be used for baby stuff, but it was either given to us or it's being repurposed from what its original use was. You know what I mean? It was not intended as a baby item. So I'm excited. I'm excited to feel like I can start getting excited, like it's not so early to be buying things, because I don't know, I just felt like when it was so early then I should save the excitement for later, because I know that the wait is going to feel really, really long towards the end. And so that's kind of while I was waiting. And then on top of it, I was super cautious. So really, in the meantime, since I haven't been doing really any baby buys or anything like that, baby stuff has still been on my mind. So I've been thinking more about things like parenting type things, and like how we're gonna handle different situations. Like, for instance, I am really, really opposed to organized religion. I think it's fundamentally flawed and outdated in a big way. Part of the reason I think that is because when you make, let's say you were to sit down and try and make the perfect religion. Let's say you were to try and say no killing people, because you would assume that that would be basic. But then you get in a gray area with things like physician assisted suicide. You know, you get in a gray area with suicide also, really. And I don't think that there is any, I can't think of any one rule that you can make that would be applicable to all people in all situations, because there are as many people as there are situations. And so by making these rules and not taking into consideration every single situation, you're automatically being judgmental in a way. I don't know if you guys are going to understand what I'm saying, but I feel like the one rule that you have in a religion is that you're always working on self-improvement, that everything you do is out of love for the people around you and love for yourself, and that you are constantly working on a moderation between all these things so that you can be a happy person and constantly be doing better and better at being good to the people you're with and being fun and having fun. And, moderation is the hardest thing to actually achieve in your life. That's what I firmly believe anyhow. But if you are honestly working on all of these things all the time, then you don't need all these little rules that may make you feel like something's wrong when really in one particular situation that you may be dealing with, it's really not wrong. It's really actually right. And so I guess that's why I'm against organized religion, and I feel like religion should be practiced by the individual, and it should be just constantly a way to better yourself. But anyhow, it was concerning me because I was thinking the other day, I'm sorry I keep touching my head, it just feels really heavy right now. I'm in a tired mood and my head is really heavy, I guess. Okay, but anyhow, back to religion. My concern was doing a religion on a personal level and not on an organized level. It may not get the same attention that doing it in an organized way would. I mean, it's not necessary to go to church every Sunday if you're just practicing your own thing and doing your own self-improvement. And I was kind of concerned that maybe morality would get the shaft if we just were really trying to be good people rather than be religious people. And I was also thinking, is it that religion has been ruined for me by other people, and is that okay? I mean, if a song was ruined for me by somebody else, that would not be okay. But I really think that religion has been ruined for me because it's fundamentally flawed, and that's why so many people ruin it and use it as a way to make bigotry okay and to make hypocrisy okay. And I really hate that. So anyhow, we were talking about that the other day. I was talking with Al and I was thinking about it on my own. And I don't know what we're going to do exactly, but it sort of led me to the realization that we need to focus on it and we need to think about it. And fundamentally, the child is going to be looking to us for an example. Because if people look to their religions all the time, then they would be good people. I mean, most of the things that are actually said in the Bible, if you are really trying to understand what it's getting across, are good principles. And the same with the Quran, and I'm sure the same with the Torah, although I've never read that cover to cover. But anyhow, I'm not a good enough person yet that I would want a child to be following my example, and I need to work on that and continually. So that's a goal. Okay, this is getting long. The baby this week is, I may have already said this, but the baby this week is the size of an avocado. The ear bones have formed, so it's probably able to hear everything I'm saying right now. And it's starting to straighten out more. The back muscles are getting stronger, so it's starting to stretch out a little. and hopefully that means I'll be able to feel some little kicks soon. Or at least flutters. I haven't felt anything yet, but I have time. So, okay, so that's what we've been thinking about this week, and yeah, everything's really good. Ah!